If you've been listening to the station for the last little while, I'm sure you can't help but have heard about Cruiseabout. So what we've decided to do is get people in here to talk about the cruises that MSC is doing in the area, and to chat to us is Charlene Krog, who's she says the cruise expert at MSC Regional Cruises. Welcome to the studio, Charlene.
Thank you very much.
Okay, right. So for the people who every time they listen to the station just somehow manage to go to the bathroom during the Cruiseabout commercial, let's start with a basic introduction. What is Cruiseabout?
Cruiseabout is cruise clients and staff members. It actually specializes in ships. Okay. Now, we're not just talking about the local MSC ships. We're talking about international luxury liners. We're looking at river cruises. We're looking at tours to Northern Lights, the Rocky Railway Station to do Alaska, Caribbean, Mediterranean, Asia, world cruises.
So basically, if it's on a boat, then it's...
Everything on a boat, but the Vaal River and Hartbeespoort Dam, those are not going to happen.
And those will be opening in 2019.
You never know. You never know. We've had some unique requests from people wanting to live on a freight ship to get to Australia because they're scared of flying. Unfortunately, that's not possible for safety reasons anymore.
Wow.
So we get unique questions about it, but considering most of us and our staff in Cruiseabout that actually worked on board ships, we can give you the ins and outs more than anybody else. What happens on your day one? What happens when you get to a point? Do you need drinks packages? Don't you need drinks packages? Right. What tours to go for? Because so many of the countries offer 20 tours. Which one do you go for? Yeah. So for us, that's our job. We get very excited. As soon as we know what itinerary you do, we invite you back over and going, right, now is social time. And we talk about all the events you can do. Now, with that, we've also got the cruise guarantee where if it's a South African-based quote, we'll match it. See, apples for apples, we'll show you exactly where the difference is. We're very open books saying, right, these are port charges, these are taxes, this is this. We don't add service charges on top of cruise fares.
So I suppose the essential thing you're saying is it's tailor-making the kind of cruise for the individual and trying to find them their exact right kind of holiday.
Yes. The biggest mistake most people do is they put people on ships that doesn't suit you.
Yeah.
I had to put you on a ship that is for 80-year-olds, like, for example, Fred Alton. They cater for British clientele. They cater more for seniors that's done it for years. They repeat clientele. I put you on there, you're going to come back and Charlene, what on earth were you thinking?
Well, obviously you haven't seen my internet search history then.
Yeah, that's where it's very important because there is so many different liners out there. Yeah. Catering for different personalities. Okay. And river cruises is not for the old topies anymore. Right. It's for anybody.
Well, I can see that I can see you are good at your job because you managed to nail down in about 5 minutes the Northern Lights cruises while you were talking to me. So congratulations. All right, tell me a little bit about the Northern Lights cruises because that sounded really interesting.
Well, there's a lot of people get confused that the Northern Lights is a gas reaction. So if it is a clear night, pitch black, and is as high as possible to the top of the world, you can see it. It is making beautiful sounds. You have to be quiet. But the problem is everybody thinks they're going to see Northern Lights in Alaska. Yeah. Not possible. You have to go so far up in Denali that you have to go via train, dog sleighs, everything. The chances that you're going to see it is zero. So the best time for you to do Northern Lights is on Norway's side in December. It is one of the best opportunities to experience. Now, there is a particular liner that only caters for that time period, but I need a lot more time to talk about that liner.
Okay.
But that is your best place to go to see the Northern Lights.
Well, Norway is attractive anyway because of the fjords and that kind of trip anyway. So that's the kind of thing that you should consider.
That type of thing. It is very different. There is different tours that you can do. I normally combined it with Oslo because most of their cruises depart from Bergen to Kirkenes. Okay. There is quite a few of other stops. So, for example, if you do one way up, it's 7 days. Okay. You do 5 main ports that you'll do on the way back, but on the way up, you'll see about 14 places that you can stop and go and take a train, do a tour to get you to the next spot. It's amazing. The fresh air, the breathing, sitting in the hot tub with a glass of wine, divine.
I'm sold. As I said, you nailed me. You managed it before the show. You picked me. That was exactly it.
And considering you're flying the distance, I normally add the Oslo Northern train trip. So one night in Oslo that is a Gothic mixed with history town. It is very, very different. It has got a nude park where it's not the people that's nude, but the statues are. And it's got historical.
Broke my heart there,
I know, but don't worry. That's why St. Martin on the French side is what you.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
See, this is why I do my job. What I do.
And for people who hate the cold, what are we looking at?
Okay, if you're not into the cold, there is the Caribbean. You are looking at about 34 degrees. Now you can do that all year round. I just wouldn't recommend August, September, and literally beginning of October, hurricane season.
Oh wow.
So if you love rocking and rolling and going crazy, extreme sports, see how crazy you can go, then you do it.
Right.
But if you get seasick or you're not so sure you want to do that, please don't do it.
Yeah, you just
during
avoid
that
the
time.
hurricane. I think that's the general. I don't think you're going to convince anybody that, hey, go during the hurricane season. It's fun feeling sick.
Yeah, so it's best or something that
Okay.
we don't want to do, but that's where we come into place. If you tell your going, look, we've Googled it, we've seen this, it's available at this, great pricing at this, going, yes, but keep in mind, you've got the following situations. Firstly, school holidays. Our school holidays, European holidays, American holidays, no go. If you are child bound and you want to take your kids, great, but let's do it earlier than later. So your flight prices is more affordable, your cruise prices are more
Right.
affordable, and the 4-sleeper cabins, that is the most popular cabins, sells out the quickest.
Right.
And that you'll find especially on an all-aboard deals and normal local cruises. 4-sleeper cabins, forget about it.
Right.
They are gone for December.
Okay, well, let's talk about the local
Yeah.
cruises for people that, as you say, hate flying. So now, okay, so there is an option for people who don't want to get on a plane.
Definitely.
Let's talk about that.
Well, with what we've done as Cruiseabout is we've actually spent 5 million rand to say, you know what, we're going to give clients special deals. So we've gone and bought cabins on different cruises, internationally and locally, to make it a special deal. So when we say it's an all-aboard deal, some of the cabins have got on-board credit. Now that means free spending money.
Right.
You can use it to your cocktails a day. So all you have to do is pay for your cruise, and you can drink as much as you want because you've got the money. You don't
Yeah.
have to save for it.
Again, you've
It's
picked me, Charlene.
done. Okay, done. I will talk about the credit card afterwards.
Okay, yeah. Let's never talk about the credit card.
But it is your most affordable holidays. Now, for most people, they start off with a 3-day cruises.
Okay.
Those are normally starting on a Friday, ends on a Monday. I personally say try longer because you're just getting into the swing of a cruise
Yeah.
and then it's finished. So this way you can build Durban afterwards, Durban beforehand, and do a proper 10-day holiday. You can drive down, you can fly down. We can do the flights for you. We can do your transportation for you. We can do your hotels for you. Everything with one agent. So
Right.
we can make sure everything corresponds in easier ways, as well as you will need your passport. Now, there is 2 cruises you don't. So
Right.
that is your cruise to nowhere. Now, I like calling them my booze cruises. They're your teeny boppers, over 18-year-olds, matric farewells. Those are your party cruises.
Right.
And then you've got your cruise to nowhere, from Cape Town to Durban or Durban to Cape Town. So those are your much more relaxed cruises. You can experience PE. You can see all the different elements from it. So it makes it a lot more convenient. Now there you only need your ID book.
Right.
Considering with the new government, I'm sure you're aware of the unabridged birth certificate.
Yes, yeah.
It has been postponed until
Yeah,
next
until
year, June.
yeah.
So if you have applied for it, keep on applying. Don't wait till last minute because it is a nightmare. Everybody will be having it. For our local trips, you will need them as well as
You
the
need
pass-
them to travel locally from
Yes.
Durban to Cape Town. Oh, man.
Still need them. Because remember, even though you're not going out of our waters, you're still going through migration. You're still in the water.
Oh, I see,
So
right.
if, for example, if you had a baby and your granny wants to take the kid with them, you have to give them permission to do
Right,
so.
right.
But going back to the ships, you have the opportunity to explore. Mom and dad brings granny and grandpa on board. They babysit with mom and dad sits and relax. But
Right.
if they like 9, 10, 12-year-olds, a lot of the ships offers child caring facilities. So you can say, kids, there's your swimming pool, there's the putt-putt course, there's the basketball
Yeah.
court, and they've got a game room. So
Right.
for all the technical buffs kids, everything gets looked after. Security on board is the best because they will show your kids, see where they are, what's happening, how it works. So it's a much safer environment for people to travel without mom and dad having to stress out, and they can have some alone time as well.
Okay, now you said you've got some nice specials and things
Yes.
for that at the moment. What are those? What are we?
From the 7th of November all the way through to the end of the season, we call it the all on board deals. So if any of the consultants talk about the all aboard, depending on the type of cabin choice you have. Now, most ship has the 3 basics: your inside, that has no windows, basic bathroom, bed. But if you're claustrophobic, don't go there.
Okay.
It does feel smaller. It does create more.
Right.
It's just cramped for you. And then your next option is your ocean view. Can take up to 4 people there. Sunshine's coming through, much better. My favorite, balcony, because you can sit outside, have your breakfast there, watch the sun going up, going right today. I feel like snorkeling in the Portuguese island. Done. So we've got cruises and specials throughout the time. So depending on the cruise, it does happen that they sell out very, very quickly.
Yeah, as you said, you've paid for these things already.
Yeah.
So you locked down the price months ago, and
Correct.
they're still going for that price.
Same
essentially,
pricing, and sometimes only thing that will change the onboard credit. Sometimes the balcony will have 1,000 rand onboard credit. Some of the inside cabins will have 500. Some of them won't have onboard credit. We will tell you as it goes, because availability is selling out.
Oh, sorry. Carry on.
No problem.
That was massively unprofessional of me. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
It's fine. Your fans want you. What can we
Yeah,
say? So those we'll tell you all the way through. Now,
Yeah.
for international cruises and the deals, what we've got there is called watertight. It means we've brought cabins on board the ship at a set price. We've actually negotiated flight prices that
Okay.
is a set price. It's not going to go up. It's not going to go haywire. It's set pricing.
Right.
So those are together. All you literally have to add into is 1 night pre-accommodation in case somebody decides to strike like they normally do,
Yeah.
and there's any delays. So these are watertight deals. Set packages, set pricing. That's it.
Okay.
But they're limited. We've only got limited seats on that. So it is on a first come, first serve basis. But we've got for April, we've got for May. I know we're going to have all the way through to June and July. I don't even know what those ones are. So I've been nagging them and they still don't want to tell me.
Okay, all right. So how do people get hold of the company? How do they find you
Well,
guys?
we do have our own website as well that you can go to www.cruiseabout.co.za, and they can give you lots of different choice options, different specials, different price ranges. It is based on per person that you can look into, and then we'll just work it out according for you. Now, then from there you can actually log into. You can see at About Us, there you can see 6 different stores. So if you're looking for Clearwater, or you're
Okay.
looking for Cape Town, or Greenstone, Menlyn,
All right, what's the website again? Just to make sure.
www.cruiseabout.co.za.
Okay, great. And then in terms of Twitter and Facebook, are you guys available, contactable on there as
All
well?
on there as well. On Twitter, please make sure it's at Cruiseabout RSA, because we're part of Australia's Flight Centre
Right.
brand. It's all over the place. As well as on Facebook, you go Cruiseabout South Africa. Now, we would love more photos of everybody there, because most of our staff members are on Facebook, and we
Right.
will correspond with our clients. We actually ask them to send us photos when they're in Rome, and it's crazy how we get involved with our people, because we
Yeah.
want to know.
Well, I was about to say, I suppose you have to know them personally to suggest stuff to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we get to a lot, like people getting married. We get all excited about it because it's something romantic. If it's a birthday, it's grandpa's 80th party, all of that. Group of ladies that just decided, you know what, we're turning 50 and we're going to party and leave the husbands at home. All of that
Right.
can be done. So it makes a big, big difference. So any of those forms you can contact us on. On our website is our telephone number as well.
Okay.
It is a toll-free number that will go through to any of our shops. So from there, that will give you our direct contact details.
Great.
It will get you all the information. We can give you pricing over the phone because we've got live systems. So if we say, right, I want to go to Alaska in June because I want to see ice flows and I want to see the bears and those type of things, we can check you out pricing going, right, this ship, you're looking at this, but this one looks that. Let's work on flights. We can build it up for you. If you want to do Las Vegas with it, done.
Right, great.
Everything.
Well, that's it. There you are. So if you're looking for a tailor-made cruise, something a bit interesting, you want to go and, by the sound of things, do anything from a cultural tour to getting outrageously drunk at sea. Cruiseabout sounds like the people. Thank you very much, Charlene. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure.